Hey guys, it's Natasha and welcome to my video on fans because I collect them and I'm gonna make a video on them. This is going to be a very brief history because so many different cultures around the world have been using hand fans since ancient times, the oldest being ancient Egypt. Two were found in King Tut's tomb, and the fan was used as a sacred instrument in religious ceremonies in ancient Egypt. Fans can also be found on ancient Greek pottery and in the Bible. They were used for cooling off and for religious ceremonies in Rome and Persia. Christians in the 6th century used them to shoo away flies and other insects from the bread and wine during Mass, and Eastern Orthodox churches still use hand fans ceremoniously. Hand fans have the biggest cultural significance in both Japan and in Spain, and I collect them not only for their amazing beauty, but also because I happen to have both Japanese and Spanish ancestors, so I'm really interested in the whole cultural and historical significance that fans have had on both those cultures. In Asia, folding hand fans were first invented in Japan and then brought over to China. In Japan, they were mostly used by aristocrats and samurais. They were used during war to transmit signals, and iron war fans were used as weapons, shields, and swimming aids, especially by female ninjas. And in case you didn't know, Oshawott, who I think is the cutest starter Pokemon ever, in his whole evolutionary line, they're actually based on this whole concept. They carry around these scout chops, which they use to fight and to protect themselves. And they're also water-type Pokemon, so it all just comes together. They're basically the personification of a Japanese war fan. For Japanese aristocrats, fans were decorative and they represented prosperity and the different paths of life as a fan kind of opens up and spreads out. The patterns also have odd numbers, which is considered lucky, and each design on every Japanese fan has its own symbolism and different meaning. Fans in Japan were also used for dance and theater and by referees during sumo wrestling matches. European explorers during the Renaissance period brought hand fans back with them to Europe from China and Japan, and they became especially popular in Spain. They were originally used to stay cool, but Spanish flamenco dancers started incorporating them into their dances, and the Spanish nobility found them to be stylish and unique accessories. During the 19th century, young ladies in Spain also developed their own secret language using folding hand fans. Cultural use of hand fans has since died out. They're now just souvenirs, but I really love the rich history behind them, and I've been collecting them for a while now. So let's start with my fan collection. There's not that many. So this first one is a sandalwood scented fan that my roommate got me when she went to Puerto Rico freshman year. This one is my favorite fan. It's hand painted on both sides, and I got it when I went to Spain. This one came in a little pouch. It's Japanese, it's bamboo, and I ordered it online. This one I actually got at the dollar store, so I mean a fan doesn't really have to be super expensive to be really pretty, and this one is absolutely beautiful. These two I also got at the dollar store, and they are obviously not traditional folding fans. These are round and rigid, and the design actually comes from China. And both of these have Chinese designs on them. This first one says Peony Flower Fairy, and the second one has a poem from the classic Chinese novel Dream of the Red Chamber. So the character on this fan is named Lin Daiyu. I don't know how to say it, I'm sorry. And this is her sad and tragic poem. I had both of these fans translated by a friend of mine from China, and she wasn't really able to translate the poem itself, but she did tell me that this character is very tragic. She was beautiful and talented, but she couldn't be with her lover because of the feudal system, so she ended up dying a lonely death. And on that cheerful note, this fan I got in Salem. It's on the vlog, my little travel vlog from Salem. I got it at like a little Chinese shop, and it's also hand painted and very hard to close. Okay, so that's my whole collection. It's not that big, but I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you learned something. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!